Hey, we're going to start our live video right now. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Travis White, and actually, I don't know if you know this, but I decided to try out a little podcast here and, add a little bit to kind of what I do to kind of stay in the know. And something I know you guys, may know about me is obviously I enjoy the marketing side of things. And I just find it super interesting. My biggest challenge, kind of, whenever I got into real estate was that basically out the gate, one of my strongest assets, which is kind of being out and in front of people, got like stripped from me, like out the gate. We couldn't really go anywhere. You didn't really have a big chance to go and join any kind of community groups. So that's kind of one of those ways that I like to get out and learn the market, learn people, meet movers and shakers. So when that got kind of taken from me, I had to figure out how I was going to work around that. And, when I was in school, kind of the social media stuff had just kind of started, and it really wasn't used for business purposes yet. So I had Facebook, I've had Twitter, just kind of started figuring out Instagram, but, learning some of these new trends and trying to figure out, what the best route was moving forward to be in a new market. So I basically kind of parachuted into Gainesville. Don't really have many connections down here out the gate. I've started to build those, and I've really built some great relationships. But, I've learned that to survive during right now, I had to figure out how to get my message out, how to communicate with people. So, something I wanted to talk about today is just kind of a marketing tip that I've picked up along the way. It's basically this Facebook Live, which we're on right now. I'm actually recording this as a podcast, so we'll be able to save that video. You can go back, check it out down the road, or you can catch me on iTunes. I can't believe I get to say that, but you get to catch me on Apple. Wait, is it? No, it's podcast. Apple Podcasts. I'm going to be on the Google Podcast platform, Podbean. So, it's a big opportunity to get out and just kind of talk about something I like to talk about, which is, marketing and getting out and figuring out how to get to the masses and get your message across and branding. So, to get back to that, something that, I've had to figure out is the social media aspect of things. So, what I've learned is, let's talk a little bit about Facebook Live. Let's get back on track. So Facebook Live, what this is it's a chance to basically broadcast yourself. And during this time where a lot of people have been home or, looking for entertainment, there's not a whole lot to do. So a lot of people have been getting in front of the computer, they're on social media, they're watching YouTube. So I've had to kind of dive in and figure out how to link all this. But the biggest thing I've been working on is the Facebook Live. I think Tyler, one of my best friends and I, we've started doing a little Facebook Live show where we get to kind of be ourselves. And what I've learned is with that Facebook Live, you get, and I wrote down a few of these important aspects of it that I wanted to share with you guys. There are a lot of good realtors who are using this, but this is not just for real estate. If you have any kind of a business, I recommend that you use this, and the reason being is because there's two types of content that we can get out there. One of them is kind of like value-based content, so maybe something like this to where you are talking to people about something they may be interested in or they could utilize. That's value-driven. And then there's also that unique like connection content to where you get to see somebody in the raw. You get to understand who they are as a person, understand how they would react to things, and kind of find some common ground. So, whenever you use that, it gives you some unique content and people can figure out a lot about you and figure out if they connect with you. And honestly, you want to work with people who, want to be around you. So being able to give that energy, whether it's through camera, on Facebook Live, you need to be able to connect with people. And that's something that we haven't really been able to do right now. I hate talking about it, but it's the situation, and we're not really supposed to go outside, and we're supposed to wear masks, so nobody can see you smile. It's very weird, but it's where we are now, and you got to feed your family. So, you need to continue to be out in front of people and building these relationships. So, that was one aspect. It's free. I mean, what? It's free. You can pay for some ads to get your show out, or, whatever you're doing, you can boost it. But for the most part, I mean, just post it, save the video. You can put it on your Facebook page. You can send it out. You can put it on YouTube. You can use that YouTube link maybe in a marketing newsletter to send out to people. You know, people want to see you, and this video trend is not going to go away. So, you know, as we continue to head down this road to where we will be a little more, you know, we could be going back through something like that, and it doesn't really have an effect. We saw that the market was staying strong through that as long as we practice safe protocols. So I'm not worried about it affecting the market. What I am worried about it affecting is the way that people interact, and you've got to stay somewhat in people's flow for them to remember you and your business and what you do. So if I had an opportunity to get out in front of, you know, a couple thousand people on my, you know, Facebook friends list, maybe get some friends to share it, you know, those are things that help. Just keep your name out there and be relevant. The other thing that I like about it is if you notice at like the top of your screen on your phone, it's got all the little circles. If you're live, you jump to the front of that. So if you're live, you jump to the front of that list. So then people see, you know, Travis White Realtor is popped up on the front of it. It's not like, you know, on everybody's stories. It's like down the line, kind of how you come up and your relevance to that person. So obviously you're going to be there with your friends, but you know, how would you like to make sure that you jumped all the way to the front as far as with those live stories? So that's another aspect of it that I always liked. Then you've also got, like, you know, you can kind of build some excitement around it. So with a Facebook Live, you can really transfer that energy through your camera and, again, save it. But most of the time, people want to work with people who can incite that reaction, make them feel positive, give them a good experience. So, you know, doing that, you can do that through Facebook Live. And I'm not saying this is the only aspect. This is just things that I think moving forward during this time, this is a pretty relevant subject. So something else on Facebook Live I jotted down. Let's see. You can utilize this to become like kind of the mayor of your town, and it was a real popular thing that you know, some different marketing companies were talking about how to become the mayor of your town, which all that means is like being very active, kind of educating people about events, always being in the know, and you can use this Facebook Live to show you at different events. And it didn't really start registering to me until like I went to a farmer's market not too long ago, and that was kind of where, you know, my TWTV started. It started there because I saw an opportunity to kind of share Gainesville life, and I didn't think too much about it. But then after it happened, I saw kind of the reaction, and then I started reading more on Facebook Live, and I was like, dang, this has been right there this entire time. So I want to make sure I share it with you because, like I said, this has no it's not just for real estate or what I do or sales. You know, you can use this for, you know, church purposes. If you're trying to build a following with your church and get your message out, this can be used for that. I mean, I've seen a lot of people go to Facebook Live for scripture and sermons on Sundays, you know, live watch parties. I know I catch up, you know, there's a boy named Austin, or a man named Austin now. I call him a boy, he's a little bit younger than me, but, you know, he's a man, and he's at, you know, he's been doing some ministry on, and I watch him, you know, I mean, this is what we're at, and I think more and more people are going to start utilizing this, and they are, but I don't think everybody understands the importance of being able to use it and the different tools that you have, okay? So you can use it for community events. Also, you know, driving traffic to your page, and then from there, maybe you can get them to your web page. So we'll get into this a different time. I got to put my hands up here because we got so many people popping in. What's up, everybody? Who we got? Charlie Webb. What's up, dude? So I guess the biggest thing that everybody's going to want to talk about is driving that SEO traffic, and that is all important, but there's a way that we can utilize and like link all of our social media back to our web page. So whenever we do that, oh damn. Well, anyways, man, my phone just got too daggone hot. I had to stop the Facebook Live, so I may have to pop back up on this. Hang on here. Yo, I've never had that happen. So this is all learning more about Facebook Live. So let's try this some more. We're going to pop back up on Facebook Live. What's up? Publish. We're going live. Holy crap. Yowzas. Yo. Hey guys, sorry about that, man. That was crazy. I lost it because my phone was too hot. Thank goodness I definitely shared a way to kind of battle some things that happen whenever it's hot outside. So I'm going to jump off here. Just kind of a short message about Facebook Live. We're going to tap into some other topics. Once I figure out how to get other people on the phone, we're going to work at this. But, that's the key, is to continue doing stuff and do not wait. You're never going to get it perfect. You don't know how to do it out the gate. So just dive in, F it, roll with it, have fun with it. But most importantly, try to utilize this to get a good value-based message out. And I promise you, you can't really go wrong as long as you stay consistent. So everybody have a great day. Happy Sunday. Thank you for joining Travis White with Business and Gravy. And we will be back soon. Thanks.